Libra, welcome to your collective love reading. This will be a reading for all Libra placements. Cross watchers are also welcome here. We're going to go ahead and talk about the action, either that you're taking or that's being taken towards you, as well as the reaction and outcomes with my Rider-Waite and Tarot Nefertari deck. And then we will also pull some oracle cards from our Loving Oracle deck. So that being said, let's get started. Spirit, I thank you for the opportunity to read for the Libra Collective regarding love and interpersonal relationships. I ask for clear and concise messages as well as protection for myself, the message, and the listener/viewer as we go through this active divination together. Thank you. Ashe. Amin. All right, we're heading into Mercury retrograde, which you know what that means. Exes be coming back. And you know, your little boo that you've been trying to cut off, they start acting up. They don't want to leave. On again, off again. Now they want to be on. You're like, bro, leave me alone. Sis, leave me alone. So, you know, energies can get twisted, tied up. You know, communication just needs to be double checked. I don't think it's a scary time. I don't think you should fret. I think this is just a time of heightened awareness and mindfulness. That's all. All right, so what's going on regarding the action? Please let me know. For the Libra Collective. Thank you. Oh, we got two. So we have the Ace of Wands and we have the Eight of Cups. Okay. So it looks like you walked away from one situation and it looks like you potentially are starting another one. I think that when you're watching this, for the vast majority of those who are seeing this, you don't even think that what I'm referring to, you don't even see it as what it is. You're looking at it like, oh, it's just a pebble and it's a seed. And you're about to watch it start germinating. Reaction. Thank you. Temperance. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius. We also have the 10 of Wands here. So you have somebody coming toward you that is very much, they're interested and they're a very upright, you know, morally correct, upstanding individual, and they're willing to work very hard to prove to you that they are the person for you. This is very interesting. I kind of want to know more. I'm going to clarify in a moment, but outcome, Queen of Cups. All right, so you end up emotionally fulfilled, really emotionally intelligent, in control of your emotions and in control of your emotional space. You pour into your own cup, but somebody else is also pouring into your cup. And your cup is very full. It runneth over, if you will. Okay. Why is the Ace of Wands, thank you, the Emperor? So you decided to take charge, Aries energy here. You decided to take charge of a situation, and you decided to, you also have the Queen of Pentacles along with the Eight of Wands here. So you took quick action. You realized that something wasn't for you. You dropped it like a hot potato, and you decided to focus on yourself. And when you did that, very quickly, it kind of opened up a portal, if you will, and it created an environment that was fertile for the person who would actually help bring you emotional fulfillment could come in. Very interesting. We also have the Lovers, and I did put like gold foil on some of these because like they were naked. But I don't know. I don't think I finished all of them. So if any of them are naked, I'll just cover it and we'll figure it out as time goes on. But we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. Which is very interesting. My Venus is actually in Gemini, so that's fun. But this person is also, this new person coming in, not the old person that you left. The new person coming in is someone that is very, very much willing and able to give to you emotionally, and they really do want that. You might not see that at this time, and you might even laugh and be like, Venus, what the hell are you talking about? I'm telling you right now. See, you're not sure if you should go along with it right now, but eventually, leading into or coming out of this Queen of Cups energy, you have the Nine of Cups, very, very emotionally fulfilled. So there's a very high potential for emotional fulfillment. but you're not sure that, you know, if choosing this person will bring you that, or if being alone will bring you that. So you're kind of at a crossroads there, but it looks like regardless what you choose, you will have fulfillment. So if you decide not to engage with this person romantically, it doesn't mean that you just won't have fulfillment. Like, you'll still be fulfilled, as you are the Queen of Cups. But with that being said, I'm kind of nosy. I kind of want to know, like, what was why are you hesitant, first of all? Because if this person is showing up, like, you know, so upright, and yeah, why are you hesitant? We have the Two of Swords here, okay, and you have the Lovers. Very helpful, thanks. So the Lovers twice. Whenever a card comes out twice, so I have the Lovers in the Rider-Waite and the Lovers in the Terra Nefertari. Whenever that happens, it's like a double emphasis. So this person, I don't believe in the concept of like, oh, like your twin flame, like your soulmate. I think everyone has the potential to be some level of soulmate on your journey. Everyone is helping you learn karmic lessons and interact with cycles in your life. And therefore, everyone, you know, has the opportunity and the ability to be a soulmate of various capacities. So, but I do think this person is someone who can bring you fulfillment in a way that you didn't think you'd be able to get. And that is what is putting you, like, they're really showing up in a way that you've just not seen before. And like, maybe you've been married before, or like maybe you have a kid, and like you've been in deep levels of commitment and you've never seen like the type of energy and intention that this person is showing you. And it's making you kind of reflect upon your past experiences in a way where you're like, damn, was it really that bad? Like, you know what I mean? And it kind of, it puts you back. You're a little shell shocked. Okay, that's interesting. But I'm not getting anything off this person that suggests that they're not like upright and they're not coming to you correctly. So they might be a little hesitant, but they're not unscrupulous. You know what I mean? All right, let's go ahead with my loving oracle cards. We have addiction, codependent, obsession and restraint, possession and control, emotional block. Yeah, you left a situation that was very, very draining. And you were with someone that was codependent. They were probably a Sagittarius, or they had Sagittarius placements with this temperance here in the reaction, because that's currently also in your mind space. But you also, this new person coming in could just be a very upstanding person that embodies the energy of temperance. But you left a very codependent situation behind, and it just has you very cautious about who it is that you interact with, and in what capacity and when and for how long, because you're trying to protect yourself. We also have date. Go ahead, Libra. Get back out there, meeting someone new, setting a date online. Somebody has asked you on a date, or somebody's about to ask you on a date. Child. And let me say something really quickly. If this person knew you from before Valentine's Day and they were too chicken shit to ask you out on Valentine's Day, and now they want to come around and like, can I take you on a date? No, you can't actually. No. If you didn't ask me out for Valentine's, I just told my little sister this, because she's in college. I'm like, listen, so she's going through all these like, you know, new life experiences as an adult. And I'm on the other end. I'm in my late 20s and she's in her early 20s. So we talk a lot about, you know, advice and stuff. And so I'm like, listen, if that person didn't want to, you know, be seen with you or whatever the hell on Valentine's Day, they could figure out what they wanted to do. Don't let that person try to come and buy you some discount flowers now that the store's trying to liquidate their flowers and stuff. And they're trying to buy you some discount chocolates. And no, we're not doing that. Like, if you didn't want to ask her for Valentine's Day, you're going to have to wait until Christmas time comes when they start showing the Hallmark romantic movies. You might have a shot then. Until then, baby, you're just going to have to go through trial by fire. You're really going to have to up the ante. So I don't know who this applies to, but Libra, who's listening, if that applies to you, if you knew this person that's coming in, not the old person, but the new person, and they were a little too shy to ask you out for Valentine's Day, you do not just easily make them work for it. Like, that's a very specific message, but please make them work for it. What else is in here? I talk to you like you're my little sister. I don't even know you like that. But you're going to get to know me like that, and I'm going to get to know you like that. That's why we're here. All right, we also have Healing Heart. Oh, look how cute that is. Oh. Healing heartbreak, toxicity or addiction, and healing from an abusive relationship. So you might, that codependent relationship you're now realizing might have had some really toxic undertones that you didn't really clock until you got around this new person and you see how sweet and kind and intentional they are with you. And you're like, oh my God, like, I'm really not used to decent treatment anymore. Like, was that past person really dealing with me? So, like, you know? Okay. Good for you. That's what I like. Oh my God, I hate when all the cards jam like that. Please, Mercury retrograde is coming and everybody's throat chakra is kind of like messed up, you know, because it can affect communication. So just make sure that you're doing what you need to do to unblock. Oh my God. To unblock your throat chakra. I'm going to take the cards whose faces show themselves, and that will be these two. To make sure that your communication is clear and coming out the way that you need it to. All right. Love call. We have expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. Yeah. But like I said, if this is somebody that you knew from before Valentine's Day, I don't care. I don't care if you think I'm being strict or whatever. Make them work for it. Because if they didn't ask you out for Valentine's Day and they were too scared, now they want to come give you some discount flowers or some discount chocolate, don't take that, Libra. You're worth more than that. So that might also be why you're hesitant. Maybe you did know this person from before Valentine's Day and they had the opportunity to plan a date and they didn't ask you to go on a date because they were too nervous that you'd say no or whatever the hell. So just be mindful. We also have not today. Boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, still upset. So you're still kind of walking with like a guarded energy, and rightfully so. Like, I don't think that you're wrong for being guarded and just being more cautious with your boundaries and with your energy because of what you've been through in the past. I think just checking that and making sure that it's not flagging off like false positives. You know, it's not your mind isn't telling you that certain things that this person is doing are problematic when they're not. I don't really know if that makes sense, but like basically don't read too much into or apply additional meaning to what this person does. If you're not sure about what they're doing, please ask. Like I said, communication is really important around this time. So being, avoiding conversation is what you want to avoid. You want to have conversations. We also have wedding rings. Union and marriage, soul connection, everlasting love and devotion. So this is somebody that really wants to devote themselves to you. It's like when they saw you, they knew that you were the person for them. You might not have known, but they knew. They were like, I like you and I want you. So with that being said, I see why you're in and then also it seems like that relationship that you left was one of pretty high commitment. Like you were living together, y'all were sharing bills, sharing assets. You might have been married to that person in the past. So I could see why, because this new person looks at you and they're like, I see, they're hearing wedding bells already, and they can see you and them having babies and shit. Like they're looking at the future when they look at you, and you're just like, hey, you know what I mean? We also have passion, insane chemistry, sparks and having fun, equal interest, and burning desire. Yeah, this person has the hots for you, dude, or do that. They have the hots for you. And you have the hots for them too. They're not ugly. Like this person is not. That's not the vibe I'm getting. Like the vibe I'm getting when you see them, like you purr. So with that being said, like, hey man, go for it. Do it for the plot. But like I said, make them work for it. Don't be like a weirdo narcissist. Like don't put them through unnecessary tests. I'm just saying, just be mindful with your energy. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful. I want the best for you. But we're having this conversation. Is there anything else? Woo. The dragonfly, lighthearted and adapt, finding out and change, things coming to light and heal. So you're healing from a lot of what you've been through in the past, and it looks like this relationship, should you choose to engage with it, is a catalyst for said healing. We also have abundance. Okay. We have abundance, positive mindset, manifest, gratitude and bliss, and blessings. Like I said earlier, this is something that you manifested. We also have mirroring each other, self-reflection, introspection, and inner wounds. So you guys are each other's mirrors. So you learn from each other. You also have shocking news, sudden change, surprise, and epiphany, transformation. This shocking news might have to do with your ex. For some of y'all ex is going to jail. That's for a very specific subset of people, but some of y'all ex is going to jail, or they're getting in some type of trouble that you didn't think they would ever be in, and it makes you look at them a little bit differently. But for others of you, it's a positive shock. Maybe you're getting maybe this new person you know, you wake up one morning and they sent you a virtual gift card to your favorite restaurant, or like they cash app you some money or something, you know, whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be financial. But we also have, lastly, cutting out separation, stop the pattern, and silent treatment. Yeah, you're the past person, like, not today, cut down. You see how the energy is lining up. You're not opening the door back to this the old energy that you left, because you realize that it would be to your detriment. And so you've wised up. Looks like you're choosing to engage with this new person, but you're doing so carefully, which I don't blame you for at all. And honestly, it looks like you're gearing up to have a great time. It looks like you're gonna have an awesome beginning of spring, because this is heading into March. So honestly, it looks like you're about to have a really fun 2026. I'm not gonna lie to you. Looks like we are about to have a fun 2026, child. So with that being said, I really hope that this resonated with you. If it did, please drop a like, you know, leave a comment if you feel like you want to share what it is that you're going through and what you've learned on your journey so far. I'm all about sharing and nurturing knowledge so that we can learn and grow together. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Please be well, take care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Libra.